All right. Shalom, 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 shalom. Kwam Yashala. I want to give all honor, glory, praise to the Most High Yahweh, Yahuwah, in the name of His Son, our mighty warrior King, Mashiach, Yahushua, Yahushua. I want to say Barukatah and Barakatah, Kwam Yashala. Um, Hope everybody doing okay. It's Wednesday. I call it Wednesday wine. Be a Wednesday wine down or Wednesday wine, meaning we'll just sip on the word of the Most High. Try not to be too long. Tonight, I'm going in a different direction than I thought I was going to go. Then the Most High showed me something else earlier. So He put me on this, and this information is for the family. Once again, this is one of those videos you can share with your family, man, because I'm just doing this to say, hey, man, I did my part. I tried to put this out there to as many that have an ear that can hear. We should know what's going on. We should know how the enemy's rolling, and if we don't, that's what the brothers are here for, to help fill in the gaps of what the world is doing, how the world moving, how the Most High moving, and how we should be moving at the same time. Con. All right. So yes, we should know it's mad out here, right? And this topic, I've dealt with it, and I'm gonna continue to deal with it because this is what the adversary is doing right now, and this is how he rolling. So I'm gonna try to be, if not one step ahead of him, right there with him. Because when you go to the bathroom, or when you decide you want to just pause for a minute in your life to do something, he see fit to go through that crease, right? Because he never sleeps. His deal is to catch you while you're sleeping. Once again, like I said, these grown people out here, they are, hey man, they're finished just about because they have took hold to themselves the custom of this, once again, this trans world. And I'm not gonna stop with that because that's where we are. I'm gonna talk about where we are and where we're going, where this stuff can lead to. That's what I'm gonna be talking about. So and they aim is the kids. That's it, man. So with that being said, though, I want y'all to bear with me. I'm gonna be coming with the information via videos, because this is the only way I can bring this information out to y'all. So that way y'all will know. I don't know. Some of y'all might know. Some of you might not know. Once I put it out here, y'all gonna know. Like I say, you can share from that point because it's super, super vital to me. Super vital. First off, let me go ahead and bless the message with the Most High's word. All right. I'm gonna go. Let me go on and go to Ezekiel 37 in the 9th verse. All right. Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 9. He said, Then he said unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Most High, Yahweh, Elohim, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. All right. And I'm trying to do my part by bringing out the word that it might go through the four corners of the earth. However the Most High see it fit. And hey, scripture said, breathe upon these slain so they may live. And that's the goal. And that's the will of the Most High also, that his children may live, But at the same time, the Most High know his kids. He know they're disobedient, man. And we should also know it too, because we were disobedient at one time. But step by step, one by one, the Most High is bringing us back in truth and in sincerity but we must continue to keep our seatbelts on. We can't continue to ride this ride like we used to, with our hands up in the air, ooh, up and down the roller coaster. This ain't nothing to play with. We found out when we came in this. This is the real deal, man. Um, People are spiritually dead. Our family members are super spiritually dead, and they've been consumed. And all thanks and all praise and glory go to the Most High for bringing me in. You know, family members are dead. They're dead, man. They haven't came back home yet, so we got to continue to deal with it the best way we can. But at the same time, we got to continue to go out to the nation, our nation, because those are family members just as well. It's really no separation. Only separation in our minds is that we got different last names, and that brought about a whole bunch of confusion and division. Thinking that just because we don't have the same last name as our oppressor gave us, that we're not the same or we're no kin. That was one of the biggest and craziest things to look back upon. It's just total madness. But at the same time, it was due to the fact that we fell upon the curses of the Most High too. So that's Jeremiah 17:4, right? But I'm gonna read the scriptures again because I don't want to be too long, because I got to show you guys these clips, and I show you what the Most High just brought upon me. Okay, and I'm gonna go up to verse 3, right? And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered the Most High, Yahweh, the Elohim, and said, Thou knowest. Only you know, Most High. All right. But guess what? Verse 4 says, Again, he said unto me, Prophesy unto these bones, sir, son, Israel, do like I tell you, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahuwah. Hear the word of Yahweh. All right. Thus says, verse 5, Thus said Yahweh, Elohim, unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. All right. So that's a process. We know that. We see that. Because right now, we down, Jack. And we're going to continue to be down because of the moves that are being made on the board. They coming, man. They coming. And like I said, while people sleep, while people going to the bathroom, while you are standing in line doing this, doing that, the devil is coming right through the crevice or through the cracks. And it's just like a crack, or in a broken cup, or just a crack. If you got pressure, if you got water in there, water gonna find its way to get through there. Just the smallest little crack. And this is how this evil spirit is working. If you got kids and they're on their laptop doing work from home, if they got what is this commercials that pop up to intervene with the stuff, man, ain't no telling what's gonna pop up on them commercials. So you got to have one eye over here and one eye over there. You cannot afford. It's sad, but you can't even turn your back, because he know that if you go in the kitchen and try to check on your steaks that's cooking, and your kid in the back there supposedly doing the homework or doing the daily studies, a commercial will come on and he can get in there just that quick, man. And if we don't check and see what was going on, that seed was planted. And this is just, it's severe to me. I don't know how serious other people take it, but it's super severe to me, man. So like I said, it's the overall concern of the kids. Grown people, I'm not trying to wrestle with no more. I'm done with that. Now the focus is on the babies, okay? But at the same time, my focus I still got an eye out for the family, because the game ain't over yet. The Most High still said go out and prophesy to the dry bone. So I got to follow instructions. I got to be obedient. And with that being said, I'm going to say this. This first video, man, that I'm going to bring up is concerning my generation, right? They got this knucklehead out there that has made some very sensitive and weak rap song, but he was one of our top idols when I was coming up, which is DMC from Run DMC. Y'all might have done heard it. You might not have heard it. I don't know. I just ran across it doing one of these Jakes through his little podcast, and I'm like, wow, that's mad. And then because they use our own people to persuade us to do or to pull off their agenda, because our own people had already signed themselves up and whatever, made the pact with Buddy Rowe. And every time y'all hear me say Buddy Rowe, I'm talking about Hashatan, Mr. Satan, or Mrs. Satan. He's half and half. He's a Baphomet. He don't know what he want to be. That's why the world like it is right now. Mad. Following his instructions, okay? But they got this guy, DMC, has made this rap song. So it's obvious that if they allow him to make this song and put it out there, it's not for the kids in this generation. It's for me in my generation. Those who still tied up in the world, those who still got love for hip hop, those who still got love for the rap game. All this foolishness, because I see a whole generation of Negroes out there from that era. They won't let it go. They still talking about, man, it's hip hop is gay. Everybody knew it, even the guys that won't let it go. They call themselves exposing it, but at the same time, they still salivating over hip hop. So I don't know, they throwing out bad vibes, and all that's going through the conscious community too. So, in this madness, hip hop is gay. So to keep trying to go in the industry and not just keep trying to do anything to achieve anything in this filthy world, I almost said something, in this mad place, that's on you. If you want to gamble and take the risk and you really think that you can weave your way around this maze or this matrix or this spider web, hey, that's on you. I would never advise nobody to do it. Just like I said before, it's a sad thing to even bring a child up in this world right now. Why would you do it? If you had this kind of knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the Most High, and He gave you the opportunity to see the pure wickedness, the pure evil. It ain't wicked, it's evil. Evil. And it's going to continue to get worse and worse. That's why the scriptures tell us, he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. And I know a lot of Christian churches and all that say they saved. I don't understand what you're talking about, but I know for a fact that it's going to get crazier. It's got to get crazier. Pedophilia got to run rampant. All right. So, like I said before, it's going to be a lot of sacrificing of kids, which it already has been. Like I said, even these rappers and all this stuff from even my time, when I go back and do the studies, a lot of these people, parents, sign them up to do these kind of things. Sell their kids to the industry because they want to be rich. Right? You can't even in my family, you can't even have a kid come in the world. The parents are already looking at them or deciding whether they want them to be a football player. You put them in the football camp. You put them in the baseball camp, basketball camp. You grooming them. You getting them prepared to offer them up for a sacrifice for yourself. For yourself. But if I go out and tell you these things and you continue to do it, at some point you got to be held accountable for this. You know what I mean? So, and that's just how bad the spirit is out here, man, and the hard-hittedness of our people. And it's going to be a price to pay for that. It's going to be a price to pay. Scriptures clearly tell us to put a mark upon the forehead, tell the angels to put a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry. He told them to go through the city and smite, utterly destroy, kill, kids, grown folks, and everybody, because they're going to be defiled. That's the only reason why. But we have to get understanding of that scripture if you was to pass that around to your family members, because they wouldn't understand that. They wouldn't understand that at all. When it's clearly right there in the scripture. And it's in the scriptures more than one time about the Most High doing away with even kids. He said, I did it. I ordained these things. So, and it's hard to accept that because we never was taught that thing. All we was taught was love, love, love. God can't hate. but we can hate. It's foolish. But anyway, let's move on. Like I said, this first video, this guy is clearly set up to come back and bring us in, my generation, to take this to take the snake venom. All right, because this is where I'm at today. We talking about this snake venom again. These doses right now, these 2 doses. I told y'all before, snake got 2 fangs. He gonna give you a dose per fang, and it's the same thing that happened in the beginning. Spiritually, Eve took 2 doses. Yeah, she was deceived. She took 2 doses of snake venom, serpent venom. Yes, she did. Yes, she did, and that's what's going on. So this guy, DMC, is trying to reel my generation in, because obvious look like so-called Negroes ain't running down there taking the vaccine. Praise the Most High for that. So they got to send out rappers and all this to convince us to come in. Man, it done got bad, because they know we love our beats, we love our music, we bob our head, and before you know it, we'll be laced up with the madness if we ain't rooted in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But the good thing, the Most High still got some kind of spirit in his people out there, that they are stagnant about running down and getting this venom. Okay? They ain't that crazy right now. So obviously we're not taking it in mass numbers. So they going all kind of ways, using all kind of avenues to get us to come on down. Even Biden himself had made some kind of video and said Negroes and Latinos must don't have access to a laptop or a computer, because all they got to do is go on a computer, to find out how to come on down and take this snake venom. So, and it's sad how they coming at us, but at least they doing it right in our faces. It will be without excuse, right? So the Most High is putting it out there, and it won't be no excuse. It won't be no excuse, man. So, yeah, it won't be no excuse. So I'm gonna go right now, and then I'm gonna get into the video. Since I brought that up, I gotta pull the precept. The book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen. All right, that's right. Clearly seen. Clearly seen. All right. Being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power, right? And Godhead, right? So that they are without excuse. They are out so that they are without excuse. So you can look around and tell the Most High is clearly a being, has presence here, a strong spirit, that he's the overall Almighty Elohim. You can see it. You can look out, just like I say, look at the birds, look at the animals, look up in the sky, see the sun, see the sky, see the trees. I mean, how much more do a person need? Even you waking up, breathing, looking in the mirror, looking at yourself, your eyes moving, your fingers moving. You think you orchestrated that? Satan ain't created nothing. He destroys. That's what he do. He don't create nothing. Only thing he create is confusion and mayhem. And he has done a good job at that, but that's his job. We ain't got to roll with it, but we do. Like I said, we was taught wrong, and we came up wrong, sideways. But for those who the Most High pulled in and brought out, we had to go right back in to Egypt and tell the people that we've been deceived. And it's a hard job at that time. And Mashiach told us it's going to be a rough thing. But we got to continue to put the work in. We got to do the work. Just do the work. Right? I remember I made that video. Just do the work. We got to continue to do the work. So yeah, it won't be no excuses. All right? Once all this stuff get put out here. So let me go on and get this over with. I already been ranting about 20 minutes. I don't want to be too long. I do want to show you all this though. So bear with me, family. Let me bring this out. Just listen to this, and we're going to move on. Let me turn this off.
unity for you and me. If Doc says it's good, then trust me, it's good. Now let's all get the vaccine. Trust me, believe me, we're not gonna have another Tuskegee. This ain't eugenics. No way. Nobody getting away with hiding information today. Got the FDA, CDC, black doctors and experts for you and me. There's a whole lot of data for the world is free. Do me a favor, check it out and you'll see. I gotta give a shout out to all of those involved that's helping us get this problem solved. People wanna know, is the vaccine safe? It doesn't have anything to do with race. 9 out of 10 people will get sick. That's 90% effective and legit. We gotta act now. Please don't wait. Get the vaccine before it's too late. For real.
Yeah, so I guess y'all saw this other character. I guess that's supposed to be Tupac.
We can get back to normal. Let me inform you. Let's all get the vaccine. It's about community immunity. I'm talking unity for you and me. If Doc says it's good, then trust me, it's good. Now let's all get the vaccine. Trust me, believe me, we're not gonna have another Tuskegee. This ain't eugenics. No way. Nobody getting away with hiding information today. Got the FDA, CDC, black doctors and experts for you and me. There's a whole lot of data for the world is free. Do me a favor, check it out and you'll see. I gotta give a shout out to all of those involved that's helping us get this problem solved. People wanna know, is the vaccine safe? It doesn't have anything to do with race.
Yeah, that's Tupac.
That's 90% effective and legit. We gotta act
Sad,
now.
man.
Please don't wait. Get the vaccine before it's too late. For real.
Oh my goodness, y'all. So hold on, family. I just want to share this. All right. I want to share this. Now, y'all can say y'all didn't know. Can't say you didn't know. So I'm helping put this out there. That's one video I want to show y'all. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Hold on, family. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull a precept behind that and I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm going to go to 1 Maccabees 4:3. Just because that guy did that, man. So that's really a bad deal, man. That's an evil thing that brother doing, man. And then back in the days, who would have ever thought that the rap that them guys were putting down would come back to hunt us in this kind of way? Because they weren't even talking about stuff like the kids talking about today. They were speaking positivity, but knowing what I know now, when they sold themselves to this system or this beast system, they go through the same rituals just for the little success that they want. So, you know, it is what it is, man. On that, I'm going to go to 1 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 3. It says, but when their hatred went so far. Oh, hold on. Salaki, fam. 2 Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 2. 2 Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 2. Thus was he bold to call him a traitor, that he deserved well of the city and tendered his own nation, and was zealous of the laws. Now, yeah, he tendered us, or he coming up against his own people with this madness. And they said in the scriptures say that this particular guy that was getting talked about was zealous of the laws, but he didn't took a bribe and he didn't turn coat on the family. That's basically why I pulled the scripture, because this guy is actually getting used and getting. Hey, but one thing you can't say that you don't know, the Most High put him, he out there, he promoting the snake venom for us to come down and get it. Now you can still love him and still be a fan. You can still let him be your idol. That's on you. Most High told us to tear down the idols. So in order to tear them down, we got to turn our backs on them. And we got to come up against that. We got to do that. That's our job. We see what we see now, and we got to put it out there to say it ain't right. And we got to give him a bad name for that, dude. That ain't cool, man. But he's coming at us in my generation for that. He trying to see who still love the world. And if you do, follow DMC right on down to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and get your supply from Johnson and Johnson and Pfizer. All right. And that's just it. He said, come on down. You know, if the doctor says good, it's cool. You know, it's cool. So come on down, do what I do. I'm the king of rock and all of that. You know, mind game, dog. So he playing with us, y'all. So we're gonna move on. Now I'm finna show y'all his other top-notch wickedness. See, this is where this guy leading us to. That's why I'm bringing these videos out. I want y'all to see this. He trying to lead us down this path right here. All right, let me see if I have to turn this off again for y'all, so y'all can see.
When it comes to using RFID, the first thing that pops in people's minds are usually supply chain or logistical applications.
I know it.
Officials warn that when a coronavirus vaccine is ready, the next hurdle is how to get that vaccine out to the public quickly and in massive numbers. Joining me now is Jay Walker. He's the CEO of Appiject, a company that entered into a $138 million deal with the Trump administration called Project Jumpstart. Welcome, Mr. Walker.
Glad to be here, Lori.
So what is Project Jumpstart?
Well, Project Jumpstart is an emergency and temporary program in the battle against COVID-19. It's a public-private partnership between my company, Appiject Systems of America, and the Department of Health and Human Services and the Department of Defense. And its purpose is to ensure that by year end, we'll have at least 100 million doses ready to inject of a vaccine or therapeutic, assuming one is available.
And now you are going to be making these pre-filled syringes for the vaccines. What's the problem with glass vial systems of manufacturing and delivering vaccines?
Well, there's no problem with glass vials. They work wonderfully, except when you need hundreds of millions of them all at once.
That's right.
The supply chain for glass vials requires not only that you have all of those vials and all the materials that go with it, but it requires that you have extremely specialized filling equipment to fill all those vials. All of that equipment is currently busy. It works on cancer drugs and other life-saving drugs. There is no excess capacity to fill 100 million, 150 million or more with a new vaccine. Therefore, the U.S. government has stepped out and said, we'll need to use another way to make sure that that vaccine can be delivered to people who want it.
So how exactly does Appiject work?
Well, if you've ever used an eyedropper where you in your eye take a little squeeze bottle, that technology is called blow, fill, seal. And that is exactly the same technology we're using. There are eyedropper facilities in the U.S., not many, but a few, that we are going to upgrade so they can handle vaccines. Then what will happen is those facilities will make the containers right here that will hold the vaccine. We will add a needle hub to them, and voila, you have a pre-filled syringe that's ready to use.
So where will they be manufactured, and what is significant about that now and going forward?
Well, we haven't announced yet which of the facilities in the U.S. will receive the upgrades. We're in discussions with all of the major U.S. manufacturers, but there are not many that do this on U.S. soil. What's going to happen is we'll choose one or two of those facilities in the next few weeks, and then we will begin to install all kinds of upgraded equipment that will all be approved by the FDA. Eventually, what we're going to do, starting next year, is build entire new factories capable of doing up to 330 million doses every month, so that the entire U.S. population can be filled and finished from these brand new factories that we're building on U.S. soil.
How does the optional RFID chip work?
Well, each of these devices that are an injection have the capacity to also have a small chip. What that chip does is it has the unique serial number for each dose. It is designed so that there is no counterfeiting. It's designed so that we'll know exactly that the right dose hasn't expired. However, that chip only refers to the dose. There's no personal information, no patient information. It's simply like a barcode, only we know instantaneously where and when that dose has been used. That also helps public health officials know when there are outbreaks. Have we vaccinated enough people in those areas? That technology is purely optional, however, and the U.S. government hasn't even decided if they're going to use it.
How quickly can you manufacture the vaccines, and what's your long-term goal?
Well, we don't make vaccines, Lori. Drug companies make the vaccines.
No, y'all just
they then ship them to us for the packaging. So our long-term goal is to make sure that no matter what vaccine wins or what vaccines and what therapeutics are available, America can fill and finish in these pre-filled syringes as many of the drugs as we need for U.S. citizens and eventually to have excess that we can export worldwide. Our goal is to make sure that on American soil, we have everything we need to protect America.
When do you think you might start filling these with the vaccine?
Well, the president has said that that vaccine will be ready this year. So if that vaccine shows up at our door, we're going to be ready to fill it as soon as it does.
Well, it's a fascinating new technology. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on it. Jay Walker, CEO of Appiject, thanks for being here. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you for having me, Lori.
Wouldn't it be great if you could buy
All right, y'all. So there you go. Now we're gonna get to something else, and I'm gonna be trying to wrap this up. I'm gonna give you the counter reaction for what this knucklehead just said. Okay. All right, y'all heard what he said. It's gonna have a barcode in there, but it's not gonna be a tracking device and all that. Well, what is the barcode for? Y'all know what barcodes is. You can find them on your product at your grocery stores and your Home Depot. It's a scanning process. You have to have a scan tool for a barcode. All right. So watch this.
About this vaccine? That people must believe that they
This is a counter reaction to what he just said. Watch him, man.
So what is this about this vaccine? That people must believe that there can't be anything wrong about it. What is it? What are we afraid of? Why do we want to be beaten, to beat people into silence about it? Yeah, we must speak freely about this thing. It's a free country. We must speak freely even about the origins of coronavirus. We must be free. This is a free country. People must be very careful about wanting to take us back to the era of colonialism and apartheid, where freedom of thought and opinion was not allowed. You must be very careful. And I'm not going to be silent. I don't care about the consequences. We've been quiet for far too long, towing the line. I'm not going to throw any line. And it doesn't matter how many people criticize me. When I believe that I need to address this issue, I'm going to do it. When I feel the prompting of God to address it, I will. I'm not going to look back and say, hey, they are coming. You know what they have done to you ever since you were nominated for the position of Chief Justice, and they never stopped their camp. People have been critical ever since. What has it achieved? It has never been able to bring me down as was apparently hoped for. And I'm still there. This God has never failed me. That is it. And if there is any vaccine that is deliberately intended to do harm to people, that vaccine must never see the light. And any other medication, by the way, I extend it to any other medication that is intended to be harmful or that will accidentally be harmful to the people in this country, in this continent, and around the world, that medication must never see the light of day. I cry out to God to stop it from seeing the light of day.
We so sleep over here, we don't got that kind of fight in us.
No, it's not my, I don't know anything about vaccines. What I can say now is that I don't think the vaccine must ever be compulsory. I saw something to the effect that, and I hope it was a lie, statement attributed to a very important global organization, to the effect that they are considering e-vaccine or e-vaccination certificate for traveling. It must be voluntary. People must just run tests on us if we are not positive. They must allow us to travel. You can't impose a vaccine on people. Why should you? Why should I have a vaccine in my system if I'm not positive?
That's right.
So those who bear the responsibility to make sure that the vaccine works, those who can vouch for the effectiveness of the vaccine and that it doesn't have negative side effects must be the ones to propagate it. I'm not a scientist, but what I do is that I'll pray for God's intervention. Well, for starters, one, did I accept as a fact that there are vaccines with 666? Two, where do you get this thing of separating my judicial responsibilities from my Christian beliefs from? Where can we look for it in the Constitution or anywhere else? The last time I checked the Constitution, it lists among the fundamental rights freedom of religion, freedom of opinion, and freedom of thought. And two, not only does the preamble to our Constitution talk about God, for God to protect us and to bless us, but the national anthem also alludes to the need for us. In fact, it's a prayer for God to protect us. So where do we get this thing from? Some people say we are a secular state, but what is the meaning of a secular state? A secular state is not a state that is anti-religion. It is a state that is against the imposition of one religion to the exclusion of others. So this notion that you must separate the state from religion is misplaced. So where do you get it from? If you have it, point me to it so that I can address it. And so the thing about the vaccine, I'm not accepting it as a fact. I know that there is a lot of corruption in the world. In South Africa, and elsewhere in the world. Look at what allegedly happened to the money that was allocated for the protection of people in this era. What happened? I tell you, if I had prayed openly before allegations of corruption in relation to that man surfaced, if I had said, Lord, anybody who's going to be involved in corruption in relation to this man, deal with that person. You know what the response was going to be? The same question you asked. Where did you get the information from that there is corruption in relation to the funding for COVID-19 related matters? So I'm crying out to God. Whether you call it politics or not is neither here nor there for me. And I won't stop doing it. I'm crying out to God. If there is any vaccine, I don't want it. I'm crying out to God.
I hear you, bro.
At the end time, I'm going to be Christian. So if there is any vaccine with 666, I want God to destroy it. If there is any vaccine meant to corrupt the DNA of you, I'm asking God to interrupt with it. Any clean vaccine, they must produce it quickly. People need that for their own health. So if anybody is doing, don't pray against 666. Don't pray against Satan. Don't pray against corruption of the DNA. They can criticize until. I'm not worried about that. No, let them go on. our people are thoughtless.
That's right.
And maybe there's an assumption that whatever somebody says in the public domain, our people are so foolish that they will swallow it without reflection. I refuse to buy into the narrative that our people are idiots, our people are thoughtless, our people will just embrace whatever Mokwena says because it's in the public domain. Here is my position. My prayer is meant actually, and I hope it does touch every well-meaning Christian to cry out to God and say, Lord, indeed, if there is any vaccine that would have this result, if there is any vaccine that would negatively affect the lives of people, that vaccine must never see the light of day. So people must pray against that. It's important. You can't say we must as Christians just hold our arms and say, no, whatever people come up with is fine. No, we can't. People must pray. People must pray. Not everybody accepts, as you've reported. Some people have already said, no, this is wrong. Those are the people who will never buy into it. It's a clear indication that our people are not idiots. They are not just going to embrace what I say. Others will take it as a prayer point. Others will reject it for whatever reason. That's how it's supposed to be. So I'm not going to be saying the scientists are saying this. No, I'm not a scientist. I'm a prayer warrior. And I'm encouraging prayer warriors to pray.
That's what DMC trying to play on our intelligence. Like we senseless.
Yes.
And the rest of these Negroes out here.
Yes.
We ain't got nobody fighting for us over here like that, except for the brothers like me and the rest of us out here.
No. And there is the same thing with this prayer against the vaccines. The reality is there is corruption in South Africa, in Africa and in the world. Why should I be targeting people? Do I know who is corrupt? Was I there when they committed corruption? How can I name people? I'm basically saying, I believe that we know so much about corruption practitioners in South Africa and across the nations of the world. But God knows everything. So anybody who's looking clean and smart, in fact, pointing fingers at others as the corrupt, when in fact they are themselves corrupt, they must be exposed. I don't have the power to do that, but I'm asking God in whose unlimited power I have confidence to expose them, and if they don't repent, to judge them.
You can't expose them.
That's where I'm coming from. The same, you can't tell me there's no medication with side effects. You can't tell me.
Sea Cuisine. There's premium seafood.
He is the king of exposure, bro. I've been talking about it for the longest, so hey, y'all heard it? You got it? I put it out there just to show y'all what's going on, how they rocking, how they rolling, how we should be rocking, and how we should be rolling. All right. Sound like to me, down in South Africa, they got a pretty decent government, right? With common sense logic, just common sense. Common sense. So the only platform that's over here that's fighting like that is the so-called brothers that's coming back to the Most High, trying to wake all people up, putting the information out there like I just put that on the screen right there on top of scriptures, because we don't have a main platform, and it's not for us to have a main platform like that, because the scriptures don't tell us that all our people gonna come back and understand what we doing. You know, it's gonna come a time though, like I said, after this purging go down, they're gonna be looking for somebody like that. They're gonna be looking for us, but they're gonna mess around and let the door shut on them. You know, loving this crazy place, still trying to be on the roller coaster ride and everything, because like I said, you better keep your seatbelt on this ride, because if you don't, you're gonna get ejected. You're gonna get ejected because it's a wild ride. You might go some loops around and come out of that loop and go into a curve and go into a 380 or however it go, and next thing you know, man, your stomach will be up in your throat, and who knows, you done lost your glasses. See, you done threw up all on your mate. Got children behind you, look back, one of them missing. It ain't no joke. Like I said, because the man busy out here. So the brother is saying all that's supposed to be said. It's a counter response to the video before that. And this wicked Negro DMC trying to lead us down that road. I'm just putting that on him because he made that song. He shouldn't have made the song. But he don't got no choice because when they tell you to do something, you gonna do it. Because that's what you signed up for. Even if you don't want to do it, you're gonna do it anyway. You know, a lot of them dudes, they find out later on that them 2 and 3 fingers that's being injected into their derriere, man, they ain't liking it. But they gotta roll with it. They gotta roll with it. And I'm just saying, this grown folks talk, this is a family conversation, man. Because it is what it is. And that's basically all it is, family. And you know, with that being said, I just had to put that information out there. So share that video, like this video, definitely share that video, or however you want to do it. But let the information continue to go forth from here. Don't let it stop right here. This is a family deal, and this information need to go out. So it's obvious that, like I said over here, we're not taking it as they expect us to, because of all the craftiness and everything they've been giving us, trying to pass out money, passing out marijuana, passing out all kind of stuff to get us and reel us in. You know, it's like the fishermen did. You know, they feel like they got us on the hook as a people, and all I got to do is just slowly reel them in, because if I reel them in too fast, they might break the line, and then the fish might get away. So like I said, just like a slow cook, it's the same effect. A slow reel in every now and then. They know you're on the hook because the rod dipping down in the water. So they know they got something. Every now and then, 2 or 3 pulls, let it go. But before you know it, you'll be right there for them to just reach down in the water and grab you. And that's just all it is to it. So I'm going to close out with some scriptures, and I'm going to go to Habakkuk, or Habakkuk, first chapter, verse 3 through 4. That's all I can do, man. I can just try to do my part. That's it, family. But y'all heard it. They want to put a chip in the dadgone vaccine, in the dadgone syringe, right? They want to put a chip in the syringe. A chip laced with the snake venom. How wicked is that? How evil is that? A chip laced with the snake venom. Right? So, hey man, you heard it with your own 2 ears. I put it out there. I don't know what else to do. Every time the information comes out, what I can do is bring it to this platform and let it go from here. You know, and I'm pretty sure this won't be the last we hear about it. So, because every time Most High bring that information to me my way, I'm gonna put it right here and I'm gonna shoot it through, and y'all take it from there, man. You know, so just stay focused, family. Right, I'm in Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 3 through 4. Why dost thou show me iniquity, Most High? Why you show me that madness, Most High? Why you make that come across me today? Because I had another message I was going to bring forth to the family today, but you stopped me and showed me that, and I felt like I had to do that immediately. Right? Can't keep playing with that. So, read it again. Verse 3, chapter 1, Habakkuk. Why dost thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievous? Because it's very grievous. To me it is. But people out there laughing and giggling, making rap songs about it, think it's some kind of game, you know, bringing our people to the altar of Molech. You know, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Why dost thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievous? For spoiling and violence are before me. Yes, it is. Spoiling and violence. And I just went through that a week ago or so about Jacob being spoiled, man. Jake out of his mind. You see Jake, you know, he been tampered with, man. 2 ways, physically and spiritually. We can see that out there. It's out there. We've been tampered with physically. We're doing the wrong thing, unnatural intercourse, because we've been tampered with spiritually. That's why these things come to come to the head like that. So let me get it. Let me keep reading. For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention. Of course, strife and contention, because I'm telling y'all saw that brother, the video I just shot y'all. He was coming with strife and contention. I'm gonna be coming with strife and contention because it's not gonna be pleasing to me. It's gonna be grievous to me. You know, but you know, you have to ask me. You know, the scripture said, "Why does thou show me iniquity and cause me to, see grievous?" But it got to be, because I got to be out here. When it comes to me, I got to give it to my brother. I got to share the same thing. Whatever you give me, I got to share it with the family. I got to give charity. I got to put it out there, and we all got to eat this. You know, but it's for our good, though. All right? For spoiling and violence are before me. Yes, it is, because I can see it. I can see it. And there are that raise up strife and contention. Right? So I see evil. I see the evil before me. And I got to thank the Most High for it. I appreciate that. Verse 4. Therefore, the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. Not right now. This thing got to come to a head. It got to come to its completion. So it can't be no judgment right now. Only judgment gonna be if you run out there and take that mess. If you go out there and get you 2 doses of this snake venom, then you're gonna find out what's in store for you. You know, because some of my family members already done. They done been out there, man. They out there, they taking it left and right. So this is what I was about to say. What can I say? This is what I can say. They don't believe it, then it's not. I can't do nothing about that. Therefore, the law is slack, and judgment does never go forth. Right? For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Okay? Therefore, wrong judgment proceedeth. Because the Most High law is not implemented right now. So wrong judgment gonna go forth. And that judgment that I showed y'all on that video about them putting a freaking RFID chip is bad enough. You're getting the snake venom. Now they finna hit you with a chip with a barcode. Y'all heard it. I ain't making that up. It's right there. So Most High said the wicked does compass about the righteous. Okay? Therefore, wrong judgment proceedeth. Wrong judgment proceedeth. Okay? I'm going to go to verse 15. I'm going to jump over to verse 15. That thing. Y'all see it. Y'all heard it. Same chapter. Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 15. They take up all of them with the anger. So they got an agenda. Watch this. They catch them in their net. Right? And gather them in their drag. Therefore, they rejoice and are glad. Right? They take up all of them. Matter of fact, let me go up to verse 14. Anyway, because I spoke about this earlier. And maketh men as the fishes of the sea. Told you that. Slow reeling in. Slow reeling in. Every now and then, just a few turns. Can't go too hard, can't be pulling, can't do none of that. You know you got the fish on the hook when you float go down. Something is there. It's nibbling on it. Then you mess around and do a little something, and you see it keep going down. You do a little something, he's still on the hook, you leave it alone. So they can look around and see who's on the hook, how many people wearing the mask. They can look in my database and see who ain't took the vaccine, because they ain't came in, their name ain't popping up. So they busy working while we out driving around. So, and they doing this. I even saw it again with the surveillance over in France, because a lot of stuff starts from over there and come over here. They got the surveillance. They monitoring who wearing masks. This guy's infatuated with monitorization, micromanagement. The man is just, this is not a good family. They monitoring people. They trying to see who wearing the mask and who ain't. They already got a mask patrol that'll pull up on you if you ain't got your mask on. You know, it's sad. And we got our own people out there that's willingly, willingly and stupidly condemning other people. I can be at work and I can have a brother coming up with his mask on. He's so on board. He'll come up and ask another guy, which I saw, talking about, "Hey, kinfolk, where your mask at, man?" So you fronting in front of this guy, fronting on this guy in front of these nations, you know. And he lucky he asked that guy, because this same guy know not to ask me. Any of them know not to really say nothing to me, period, because I'm extra direct. Believe that. I'm gonna hurt your feelings. I don't care, because I don't have no conversation for the world, and I'm not bragging, and I'm not trying to like I'm some kind of bully or something. But that's just how I am. My delivery will always come across as I'm being smart or something, because I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to groom you to don't come my way. Period. That's just how I am, family. But the guy just, you know, our own people doing stuff like that, you know, putting people on blast, you know, throwing shade, so to speak. It's just sad. So since you go out and get the snake venom, you won't front on me, put me on blast, because I ain't got no barcode in my phone. I don't have a barcode. Y'all out looking at each other's barcodes and all this and all that. And then you asking me, do you got yours, folks? No, I ain't got no barcode. So therefore now I'm their enemy. But I don't care about that. My big brother told me I was gonna become to be their enemy. But I'm on my own house. Man's enemy is gonna be one of his own household. His foe's gonna be one of his own household. So, you know, I'm not tripping on that, you know. But I'm just throwing that out there. Verse 14, chapter 1 in Habakkuk. Let's read. And make us men as the fishes of the sea, as the creeping things that have no ruler over them. Okay? So yeah, so they make men as fishes of the sea, man. We're gonna reel you in, man. We're gonna reel you in. Let's go to verse 15. They take up all of them with the ankle. That's right. They catch them in their net. They got a net. I'm talking about reeling some. These folk got nets out there. They want many. Mucho. You throw a net out there on smorgasbord. Let's read. They take up all of them with the angle, with their agenda. They catch them in their net and gather them in their drag. That's right, same old thing. Therefore, they rejoice and are glad. So once he done got them all and gathered them all, you know, got them all lined up, once they not gonna be me, because they want us all. You heard what the man said. 330 million per month. The man gonna be trying to push some vaccine, get them out there a month. That's his mouth. I didn't say that. He wants just so the whole America can have themselves some of this venom. That's what the man said. So, and the scripture said that once they get us all on board, it says they rejoice and are glad. And that's the way of Satan. That's the way of Satan. But these people pushing his agenda, so got our own people on board with him too. All the way down to the least. To the least. So that's that, family. I'm put it out there. Y'all see it. Can't say you didn't know. You know, can't say you didn't know. You saw it, you heard it. All right? You saw it and you heard it. So with that, I'm going to be through with it. And I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Yahuwah, in the name of his Son, our mighty warrior King, Amashiach, Yahushua, Yahusha. I said, Kwam, Yashala, pay attention, be advised, stay alert, stay strong, be encouraged, and stay endured. All right? Ask the Most High to continue to guide you where you need to be. You know, stay focused. All right? Stay focused. That's it, man. I'm giving all honor, glory, and praises up to the almighty power, the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and also of the children of Israel that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, far and near, whithersoever the Most High done scattered them, because amongst them is that 144,000 and that remnant. All right. So with that, have a good evening, brothers and sisters. Like I said, hey, this is one of them videos y'all can, send to your family members, share it. I put the information. They can go behind me and do their own. But listen, I'm not gonna say what nobody ain't gonna do. They can go behind me and do their own after that. So share it and like it, man. And with that, I'm gonna keep it pushing. And I'm gonna say shalom, shalom, family, shalom. Okay.